let's have fun. 20 large up in the duffel. Harry's got it, cause of him. He done dropped another 20 and ain't fixed.
You look at the Knicks. They started off this series with a win and are once again looking to take care of business here at home.
Yeah, defending home court is the priority. They don't want to lose that advantage, and they certainly don't want their opponent gaining any confidence.
Here are the five for the Raptors. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Then there's Dick. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Shed in at the point guard.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all three.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
To the paint, here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop. He's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Brunson gets it to go.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
The three from Barnes. The shot missing. Shoots the three. They grab their own miss.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce, courtside. Allie.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Guys?
Thank you, Allie.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy one.
Barnes outside. Pass to Poeltl. Now Ingram. That's the three fly. The shot. No good. Good D by Anunoby. Brunson the pass to Robinson. Back to Brunson. Fades back. And Poeltl pulls it down. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep mid. Ingram wide open. Ingram can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Brunson, no good. The Raptors have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, you see all of that athleticism right there by Ingram. He can be such a force when he catches it that deep.
Brunson kicks to Towns. Wants to get it to Robinson, and does. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Barnes got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. Number 1, Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Knicks. Bridges outside. New York moving the ball around. Towns is doubled. Brunson with a clean look. A three-pointer off the mark.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Here's Shed, defended by Bridges. 6 to shoot. Poeltl dishes to Barnes, launches it, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. And it's been pretty smooth sailing for them in the playoffs so far, as they've only dropped 2 games.
And they're a team that doesn't get rattled, even with all the pressure that comes with postseason basketball. It's a testament to the leadership in that locker room.
And that one's good, Barnes.
He was ready, and Barnes wasted no time firing that jumper.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They won in their last outing, Saturday's game.
The fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. Boy, was that a battle, and it turned out to be a
Well, when you pull out a close game like that, it really can do wonders for your confidence.
And New York making a change here. McBride's checked in, and the Raptors making a change here. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Raptors trail by 3. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Well, I'll tell you what, that pull-up jumper is so tough to stop because of the high release point. Brandon Ingram got himself a better angle.
Now, here is Robinson. And Brunson gets it to go.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Barrett with the ball. Defended by McBride. And Barrett gets it to go.
R.J. Barrett always making his presence felt.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Robinson a screen on Barrett to the middle. Misses in close.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And it's Ingram missing. New York's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Brunson gets it to go.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Barrett. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Brunson, a very physical player, someone that understands how to bait defenders into fouling.
And Toronto making a change here. Second free throw, no good. The Raptors have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And Barrett gets it to go.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves. Those are the ones you definitely have to make. Sometimes there's just enough defense to make a miss.
Jalen Brunson has been on display for the New York Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And here we go. Heading back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Final. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
Sharing the perimeter spot is Clarkson and Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's a 40 in at the 5. There the group New York will start the second. Now, here's Barrett. Clock is at 3. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Hutporty. On the wing, Bridges. Here's Hutporty. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Harris finds Barrett. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Anunoby, he's checked in for the Knicks. The Knicks with the lead. And Anunoby, here we go. And Anunoby slams it in.
OG, hard charging.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting well. 50% for the floor. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Left. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Off target from outside.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Raptors trail by 6. Pass to Ingram. And here is Harris. He's guarded by Anunoby. Harris passes to Manu Kelishvili. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Knicks making a switch here. Towns is checked in. Pirtle, he is checked in for the Raptors. Now here's Towns. He's got 5. Good on the shot. Towns has got 7 points.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Dick wide open. 3-pointers off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Some solid defense from Hart.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Now, here's Hart. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Here's Dick. Now, Pirtle. Pass to Dick. There's the 3. Rebounded by Hart. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's McBride. The teardrop falls in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's Shed. Hasn't made one yet. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Miles McBride. And Toronto also making a switch. Barnes is checked in. Inside, Pirtle. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Pirtle's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, well, this is where Pirtle operates, right there. Close to the rim. He's extremely comfortable and very efficient.
Pass to Anunoby. Ingram with the steal. Here's Shed. Back to Ingram. Fires from 14. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Anunoby passes to Towns. New York moving the ball around. Fires the 3. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Looking to get it going. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Ingram.
And I love it when Ingram works for that high percentage look. Such a high basketball IQ.
Screen by Hart. New York, no good that time either. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. Here's Shed. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. And now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Barnes sends it back.
And Barnes is showing you he is more than a capable defender.
And it's Ingram missing. New York's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And that one's good. Brunson.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Now here's Ingram. 8 points for him. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
From deep, Brunson. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Pass to Shed. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And Barnes sends it back. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Knicks. They're up by 3. Now we have a moment to go. All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
And the pace of this game is suiting them well, and it makes sense. After all, they're the ones setting it up.
Yes. And looking at where the Knicks stand. Thanks for spending halftime.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Nothing in this league more difficult to defend than a well-timed weak side cut.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Dick. And it's Shed in at the one. Here's Shed. A three. Hits it from three-point range. Shed's got 5 points so far.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
Brunson the pass to Towns. Back to Brunson from deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pass to Shed. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Ingram against Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped. Stolen by Robinson. And they're pushing it up. Brunson carving out space inside.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Raptors trail by 4. Ingram right side. Pass to Barnes. Here's Dick. Off target with his three.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror. Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Pass to Dick. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Barnes.
And Barnes putting on that hard hat, using that size in close to get work done.
And the shot goes in. 12 points for him.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
It's Ingram on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ingram's got 11 points.
Showing the deep shooting range. Ingram.
Brunson kicks to Towns. Out to Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Brunson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
Barnes can't get it to go. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Good on the three-point shot.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Pass to Pirtle. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Dick. Defended by Bridges. And here's Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Brunson. A rebound by Shed.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Well, that demonstrates exactly how calm Barnes is. Even with the defense all over him, he's still found a way to overcome that.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Toronto also making a switch. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Brandon Ingram. The kick out to Towns. New York, no good that time either. Raptors trail by 8. Barrett wide open, he fires. Hits the jumper in space. And it's 8 points for R.J. Barrett.
I like that mid-range game right there. Barrett taking advantage of what the defense is giving him.
And finished off by Robinson.
Yeah, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Dick. Now, here's Barrett. On the shot clock. Shakes him. Again, Toronto.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes
to finish through contact.
Brunson with it. 15 points in the game. And Brunson throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
There it finds Dick. Here's Shed. To the inside. And Barrett brings it in.
Well, he has just completely taken over this game. R.J. Barrett putting up numbers.
Brunson, right side. Here's Bridges. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. First free throw is good.
One area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Anunoby, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Miles McBride subbed in for Mitchell Robinson.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And here's Brunson. 19 points in the game. And here's Ingram from the arc. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New York with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
Yeah, the pass was so effective. Great job moving the ball with purpose.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Anunoby. Clarkson is out there with Miles McBride. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the center. That's the 5 for New York right now. Count it, and the foul. That one on Harris.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
First personal. First team foul. Karl Anthony Towns at the line. One shot.
Raptors trail by 6. Here's Ingram. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And there you're looking at a big forward with an elite handle, and that time Ingram created enough space off the dribble. You have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
Barrett against Clarkson. Left side, Barrett. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Harris. Here's Ingram. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Back to McBride. Towns the screen. McBride passes to Clarkson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Robinson's checked in for New York. And Toronto also making a switch. Hurdle's checked in. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Robinson a screen on Harris. Towns with it. Now guarded by Hurdle. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Toronto trailing. There's Hurdle, and the dunk by Hurdle.
Well, that's a big man playing big. Pirtle using all of that 7-foot length.
McBride passes to Robinson. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jacoby Walter. And New York making a change here. Brunson's checked in. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Pass to Towns. Fires the three. New York, no good that time either. The Raptors have got every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Pirtle with a screen on Brunson. Now Pirtle to take the lead. On this that time, that would have put him up. Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him, and he banks the layup in.
They're getting on a roll inside, and their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Ingram. The long shot, no good. The Knicks leading by 3. Good. Brunson, no fear down low.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best. He's doing punch time.
And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Bridges, he's checked in for the Knicks.
Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks.
Now here's Ingram.
Bridges. 2 minutes remaining.
Barnes up top. Pulls it from 20. Connects with the J.
Well, that's just a clutch shot from Barnes, and it's what his team expects from him in these moments.
There's a screen by Robinson. Brunson. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Bridges with the rebound.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Now Pirtle. Outside Ingram. Takes the 3. Robinson there for the rebound. New York leading by 7. Stolen.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get going.
Well, this is where you are going to lean on your go-to scorer. What a monster bucket from Barnes, showing you why he can be a go-to guy.
Brunson barreling in, and an Obi. Another shot, and down goes the layup.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Yeah, he continues to make plays and build momentum for his team. Well, they really needed that one right there, and Ingram came through in a big moment.
Brunson draws the double. Outside Bridges. Towns. The putback. He parachutes in for the putback.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
It falls!
What a move by Brandon Ingram. He looked calm under pressure.
Ingram, good on the free throw. And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
At the line, 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And one thing you can count on from Anunoby is effort on both ends. He's a key part of this team.
Here's Ingram. Got it.
A score in any situation. The high stakes just motivate Ingram.
And that's an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see it now.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, they need a quick bucket and a foul.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Now Dick puts up a deep 3. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Brunson fires 18 feet out. Counting. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern